What's going on, everybody? It is U-Turn Roulette here, and you are watching U-Turn Central. Now, before I get started, please make sure you RCS, rate, comment, and subscribe, and please make sure you go into the description and click on the links of the Pokemon groups in the list. Make sure you show Poketown some U-Turn love. So let's get right into it. This is another Wi-Fi battle against Zachary, aka White Boy, for the win. This battle, I had recorded another battle like this. This is a roulette battle. Now, if you don't know what a roulette battle is, it's when you make a box of 30 Pokemon, and your friend picks a number between 1 and 30. And whichever number he picks, you go into your box and find that Pokemon with the corresponding number, and put that Pokemon on your team, and so on and so forth. And I did the same for him. We had 3 battles. I won one, he won one. So I am recording this one to kind of show you guys some different teams that we chose for each other. Now, he ended up choosing a Drifblim, a Ninetales, an Aegislash, Drapion, Toxicroak, and Cloyster for me, which is pretty freaking awesome because some of my Pokemon are threats to him. And I ended up choosing a Kingler, Mantine, Noivern, crap, I'm forgetting his name, Three-Headed Dragon, Rapidash, and Melodic for him. So let's get right into it because this was another fun battle. I'm hoping at some point we can have more roulette battles because they are pretty freaking fun. So at this point I was just kind of talking to him and we wanted to have more battles and everything, so this was one of them. And he ends up going into his Melodic while I go into my Drifblim. Now, I was thinking he was gonna take me out in one hit. I forgot how beefy, how bulky my Drifblim was, so that's why I used my Destiny Bond, because I thought he was just gonna take me out, but clearly he didn't. He ends up using the Toxic, poisoning my Drifblim. Now I do get hurt from a Toxic, and I end up using the Disable because I don't want his Melodic using a Toxic again or just using any of his other moves, so he ends up using the Ice Beam on my Drifblim, and it does more than I want, but it doesn't take me out. Now at this point, do not ask me why I didn't use Destiny Bond. Do not ask me because I have no idea. I used my Acrobatics, which is really stupid. If I had used my Destiny Bond right then and there, he would have taken me out, and I would have brought him down with me. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for me because I did not think of that. I know it was extremely obvious that I should have done that, but I did not think of it. Yep. After this battle, I was telling him that's exactly what I should have done, but it didn't happen. So I switched out into my Cloyster because I'm thinking if I use a Shell Smash, I can maybe, you know, get rid of some of his pokes. So I ended up using the Shell Smash, and my White Herb does kick in because, well, quite frankly, I don't want my defense any lower or anything. So he ends up using the Scald on my Cloyster. Now the thing is, I am pretty weak, so I end up using the Rock Blast on his Melodic, and luckily I am able to take it out right here. I'm glad I ended up using the Rock Blast because any of my other attacks Melodic would have resisted. Now, if I had not used a Shell Smash, I don't think he would have gotten taken out, but I'm not too sure. But either way, I'm glad I used Shell Smash. So he ends up going out into his Rapidash, and I end up using my Rock Blast again because of the fact that... Sorry about that, guys. I end up using the Rock Blast because of the fact that Rapidash is weak to Rock. And that Rock Blast just really came in handy. And I end up hitting it and just making it faint, which is phenomenal. So he ends up going out into his Kingler, and at this rate, I just want to try and maybe hit another Rock Blast, and that's what I do. But the problem is that his Kingler can take a Rock Blast or two. And so that is really unfortunate for me because his Kingler ends up taking my Cloyster out. Now, I do make him live just barely. Now, he ends up using the Return and just taking my Cloyster out. Now, I really wish his Kingler would have gone down to the Rock Blast, but unfortunately it didn't. Now, his Kingler is just really bulky, and so I end up switching out into my Drapion to outspeed, and to try and, get, Cross Poison. Hydreigon! That's his name. Okay, so I end up using my Cross Poison that was meant for the Kingler. Well, I'm so happy that I hit the Hydreigon because I got a crit and I just barely take it out right there. He ends up using the Draco Meteor on my Drapion, and there are some moves that I can take and some that I can't, and clearly that was one of them that I couldn't take. So he ends up making my Drapion faint, which is rather unfortunate because my Drapion, man, would have really come in handy later in the battle. So I end up going out into my Toxicroak because some of my moves some of his moves my Toxicroak can take. So he ends up going for the Draco Meteor, and I am able to take that like a pro, leaving me at 99 HP. Now I end up using the Drain Punch because he is weak to fighting. Not that I'm gonna get a lot of HP back anyways, but he is weak to fighting. I just wanted to get rid of him. So I end up getting rid of that Hydreigon, which is awesome because that Hydreigon just would have done more damage to me than necessary. And I do end up getting the HP recovery from the Black Sludge. Now, he ends up switching out into his Mantine, and I'm trying to think of his Mantine's weaknesses. There's really not much I can really do. And so I ended up going into my Aegislash. Now, the thing is, even though I have an Aegislash, I have no idea how to use it. So that is why, I don't do the steps in order. You know, the steps that you take to get like an Aegislash suite, pretty much. I don't do that. I don't do the steps in order because I've never used an Aegislash, and so I'm not really sure how to use it. But he ends up using the Scald and getting the burn, which is really unfortunate for me. So I end up switching my form and going for the Shadow Sneak. I should have used the King Shield. I really should have used the King Shield, but I don't. And so I end up using the Shadow Sneak and does not do anything really to the Mantine. He ends up using the Scald and taking my Aegislash out. If I had known better, I just would have used the Aegislash better, but I wasn't really sure how to use it. So he ends up using the Air Slash, and luckily I avoid it because I end up going out into my Poison Jab. And I'm thinking if I don't get rid of this Mantine, then maybe I can make it. Then I can poison it. But I do luckily take it out with the Poison Jab, and I do get the Black Sludge recovery, and he goes out into his Noivern, and I know what Noivern is weak to. I know that, and so I'm thinking maybe I can try and get some damage off on him. So I end up going to my Ninetales and getting the Drought up. Now, there's only so much I can really do to a Noivern that there's only really so much I can really do. So, I mean, the Noivern is weak to Ice, and so I do get the left use recovery while this Noivern is just still flapping its wings and just kind of like bothering me. So he ends up using the Boom Burst on my Ninetales and just leaves me at 44 HP, which is awful. Now, I want to try and confuse something, so I end up using the Confuse Ray on the Noivern, and I'm hoping he does not switch out, because I want him to hurt himself in the confusion, because that'll just be better for me. And so I do get some left use recovery, which is awesome, but he ends up switching out, which is a perfect play by him, because he does not want his Noivern going down to confusion. So he ends up going out into his Kingler. Now, I do use the Toxic, and luckily for me, his Kingler does go down to the Toxic. I do get the left use recovery, and I know I am weak to water. Now, I am glad he did not use like an Aqua Jet or something. I'm so glad. But he ends up getting hurt from the Toxic, and he ends up using the Crab Hammer on my Ninetales. I mean, he does take me out, but still, I'm glad he didn't use an Aqua Jet. So, even though he does take me out, he does take himself out now because of the poison. Like I keep saying, I am really glad I end up using Toxic on the Kingler, because I was able to take him out right then and there. Now, he ends up going back out into his Noivern, while I decide I need to try and take this thing out. So I end up going out into my Toxicroak, hoping I can just get some more damage off on him, but unfortunately he uses the Air Slash and just destroys my Toxicroak. Now, that was a really good game because of the fact that it was another roulette battle. And I do congratulate you, Zach, White Boy. I'm just going to keep calling you White Boy from now on. White Boy for the win. That was a great battle, and I do congratulate you on that win, because you definitely deserved it, man. You definitely deserved it. Now, he and I will have plenty more roulette battles in the future. And hopefully we'll come up with, like, different teams, kind of like different scenarios and everything. I'm hoping he brings my Drapion back. And I'm hoping he brings my Cloyster back, because that would be freaking awesome. I do not, however, want to put up with his Melodic. Nope. Not for me. Nope. Not for me. But we'll see how it goes because it's all random. It's all random, guys. I have to choose numbers between 1 and 30, and whatever number I choose, that corresponding Pokemon he has to put on his team. So it's all completely random. So we'll see what teams we bring next time. But I hope you guys enjoy this battle. I hope you guys go out there and have yourselves some roulette battles because they're quite fun. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to RCS, rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to go into the description. Make sure you click on Whiteboard for the Wins link. It will be right there down below. Make sure you show him some U-turn love. Alright, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Peace.